So the one in Havana, it's different in that sense. So the presidential office, which is the only public place. Is the only is the only public presidential place because we do not have like the White House where the president lives. So of course the president lives in a place, but it's not public. Like I know that that is the house of the president, or it's there, or it's here. So we do not have that. And here we have no the first lady. We have not that governmental structure. So there are important ladies on the government. Like for many years, Raul Castro's wife, she was the president of the Cuban Women Federation, but not considered on the because she was not Fidel Castro's wife. It was Raúl, who was for many years the vice president. But I mean, and Fidel had a wife, but she had not the position of being the first lady. So she's alive. She's the mother of her his kids, but not that position in Cuba after 1959. That's it. It's not being occupied. I do not say it doesn't exist because I don't know what would happen tomorrow, but from 59 to today, we do not have that governmental place or position. So this is the area of Vedado. So this is an area that was mainly developed by the 20s. So here we do have the cemetery. Maybe you wonder, how come a cemetery right in the middle of the city? This is a cemetery from 1871. By the time it was built, all this area here was known as the Forbidden Woods. There were lots of trees all over, as the many you see inside. And it was the Forbidden Woods because it was not allowed cutting the trees. Now you have a cemetery here, Necropolis Christopher Columbus, with 56 hectares of area. It was conceived at the time as a Catholic cemetery at that time, because today any Cuban citizen could be buried here. It's not, I mean, even if that person was or not Catholic. So look at the entrance gate that was built by Vilalta Saavedra, sculpted by Vilalta Saavedra. And anyway, this is not the only one. There are other cemeteries. There are Jewish cemeteries in Havana as well, and in Santa Clara. The one in Santa Clara with a tremendous touching memorial to the Holocaust. And this one here, I mean, in Cuba as well as in many other countries, cremation is getting more popularity, but there are people who still do burials as traditional way. But on 1871 was conceived as a Catholic cemetery. So we are now getting incorporated to 23 Street, which is one of the main arteries here in Vedado, where you would see movie theaters like this one here on the right, Charles Chaplin. This commercial center, which is mostly for food. There's some other places, ice cream parlors, galleries, museums, houses, apartments, cafeterias, restaurants, little business bank, or casas de cambio, all that kind of things all through the 23rd. And I did say that one of the reasons why this area was known as the forbidden area was because of the presence of trees. So it was not allowed cutting the trees. It was a strategy taken by the members of the city hall in order to distract the attention of the invaders, the enemies, the pirates, the courtiers trying to invade the city that at that time, I'm talking 15, 16, 17, first half of the 1800s. It was only Old Havana, the area right in front of where the boat of the terminal of cruise ship. So only that area was the city at that time, what today we call Old Havana, the colonial section of Havana City. So all this area was developed later. On the second half of the 1800s, when the members of the city hall took a new measure, so allowing people to build, so many of the trees were cut. It was forbidden for the second time, but this time for poor and black people. It was not allowed those people to be here. People coming from uh, ground level or mean very low classes to live here. No, only for white and rich people. So the university as well, only for very sophisticated people. At that time was the Royal Pontifical University of Havana. But when the middle class was coming into here, the higher was moving into the west. And that is the moment in which Miramar, which is a little bit more on the west, was created. So middle class was coming here. This area started to be with the high buildings. That's why you could see here buildings with 2, 3, 4, 5, even 33 floors, which is the highest Foxa building. And services had to be provided for the people of this area. That is why in Vedado today you could find a gallery, a museum, a hospital, the cemetery, a hotel, an ice cream parlor, an area for playing basketball, so sports complex. So all kinds of services you could get on the area of that, or just a park where people look at the students in blue with a blue uniform. Those are coming. Someone was asking me for a school. Hello, a school.
Yeah, I know.
That's the other. That's the other behind where those kids. That is a school, a pre-university, which is your senior high school. So those are the 3 years previous to the university. When they finish here, those 3, 10, 11, 12, they have to do entrance test to the university. It's free of charge, but they have to do tests, math, Spanish, and history, plus the scores or the what they have been accumulating during the 3 years at the pre-university. So that is how they have 5 different careers. They have a form. They have to fill a form, and according to what they want to say, what they want to study.
What are the
To
five?
relate, huh?
What are the 5?
The ones they want, the ones you want. Maybe they want to study medicine, maybe you want to study literature, maybe you want to study law, the other one. So what you study is what you want. So, but you have 5 choices. You have 5 choices to write. Maybe if you do not get enough to get on the first one, you get the second choice or the third one, like that. And there are courses for workers, so people who get a technical degree and want to finish or get the highest, but start working, so they go twice a week to the university on the schedule on the evening. So while the other students to the university go from Monday to Friday on the schedule from 8 to 3. This is G here in Vedado. The streets have numbers or letters. It's more like American way, while old Havana is more like names. Say numbers and letters. This is G. That was 23. This one up here. This one here is 25, 27, and like that.
How much is gas here?
120, the highest. It's like $5 a gallon. But I mean, we do not buy in gallons, we buy liters. But I mean, it's like 5. Yeah, 5. This is an area where there are some hospitals, like that one there, that construction. Here there is a complex of hospitals. We have oncology, neurology, a pediatric hospital. This one here, pediatric. That way, gastroenterology, neurology, oncology, orthopedic. So all those hospitals are on this area here. This one is another one. This is a general one. Calixto Garcia. Look at all those ficus on both sides. It's part of what, when this area was the forbidden woods of Havana. El Monte Vedado. Vedado means forbidden, not allowed, not permitted. That's why the name of the neighborhood, Vedado. You see students, they are not Cubans, but they are studying here in Cuba. The students of medicine, those with the white shirt and navy pants. There is a Latin American School of Medicine here. There are American students who may study here, but for you to do that, have to speak fluent Spanish, because the whole career, you get all the subjects are taught in Spanish. So that is the hospital Calixto Garcia. It's a hospital from before 1959. Sometimes I'm repeating the date 59 because 59 is the year in which the revolution triumphed. Not to say prior to the triumph of the revolution, it's pretty long. It's before 59, after 59. So even when the hospitals are prior 59, they had a different name. So all those were changed, the name of those by heroes, the names of heroes like Calixto Garcia, heroes of the revolution. This is the back of the University of Havana. So for you to see one of the highest educational institutions, it's not the only one. In Cuba, there are about 50 universities all over Cuba, but this is the symbolic one. Ve despacito cuando pasas por delante de la escalinata para que tomen fotos. And this is the one in which lots of the students came downstairs. The steps of the university are quite symbolic because it's the one where the students, for the first time they come to the university, they will get here and get a picture, and 5 years later they repeat the picture again. This is the one for humanities, law, biology, chemistry, pharmacy, accounting. So this is just the university. So the place where the dorms of the students who are not from Havana is in a different area. So look at those. There are 88. So there are blocks of 8 blocks of 11 steps. And at the end, you could see alma mater. That is that represents the university. Is the body of an experienced lady with the head of a young one. So it's combining how young the students are when they get here and the experience they get, the wisdom experience they get after. It's from 1927 and with the open arms calling to classes to the students. That's what represents the alma mater. It's the knowledge mother, the knowledge year of wisdom, experience, knowledge. It's from Mario Cordell. It's made of bronze. So, hotels, I said that here in Vedado you find hospitals, you find galleries, you find museums, you find hotels. Havana Libre, the one coming next, that was the former Havana Hilton from 1958, is the one that you can see to your right hand side. This is a very busy place here since the university is quite close. This is time in which the students start coming out of their classes to have some break, snacks or maybe lunch and coming back. And here all these people here, this is a hot spot for the Wi-Fi. That's why you see them all with their phones. So here's the hotel, Havana Libre. This is a place, this area here where they sell music, Cuban music. That is a good place because you can listen to music before you buy. So they got the different genres like salsa, Cuban jazz, boleros, cha-cha, all the different rhythms. And on the other corner, across the hotel, that one there, the movie theater Jara. And this is the ice cream parlor. This place here. You see? Look at the students with the white and brown. Those are students of technical degree, maybe studying food service or any, I don't know, any of those technical degree career. And those are the ones when they finish, they may start working and little by little to end, they are higher degree. Those are the students who finish the pre-university and they do not want to do and transfer to the university. They get those career which is technical one.